It was a morning like any other at São Rafael Hospital. The sun was shining outside, but inside the operating room, Dr. Ana was immersed in her intense routine. Known for her dedication and skill, Ana was the heart of the medical team. Her colleagues admired her, and patients trusted her blindly. However, this day would be different. As she left the operating room, still with her heart racing from the success of another operation, she was summoned to the director's office. A chill ran down her spine. It was never a good sign to be called to Dr. Mendes's office, especially without prior notice. Entering the office, Ana found Dr. Mendes seated behind his desk, wearing a serious expression. Beside him was the head of human resources, looking down, avoiding her gaze. She sat down, feeling the tension in the air. "Please, have a seat, Dr. Ana," said Dr. Mendes, his formal tone only increasing her anxiety. "Is something wrong, doctor?" Ana asked, trying to remain calm. Dr. Mendes took a deep breath before responding. "Ana, you are one of the best doctors we've ever had here. Your dedication and passion are unquestionable. But the hospital is facing a severe financial crisis. We are forced to make cuts in several areas, including personnel. It is with great regret that we have to inform you that your position has been eliminated." His words hit her like a punch to the gut. The world around her started spinning. "But what about the patients? And the surgeries that only I can perform? It can't be. I've dedicated my life to this hospital," she stammered, trying to process the information. "I know, Ana," Dr. Mendes said softly, "but we have no choice. You will receive a fair compensation, and I will personally do what I can to help you find another position. But for now, we need you to clear out your locker by the end of the week." Ana left the office in a state of shock. She walked through the hospital corridors, the same corridors where so many lives had been saved, where she had given so much of herself. Every familiar face now seemed like a stranger. She felt betrayed, lost. Her identity was so intertwined with her work that losing her job felt like a part of her had been ripped away. Back in her small apartment, Ana collapsed on the couch, staring at the ceiling. Tears started rolling down silently. She had dedicated every minute, every ounce of energy, every beat of her heart to being the best doctor she could be. And now it all seemed in vain. As night fell, the weight of reality settled upon her. Ana didn't know what the future held, but in that moment, she felt like a sailor adrift, without a map, without stars to guide her. And in the darkness of the night, with a heavy heart, she wondered how she could possibly move forward. Days after losing her job, while Ana was packing her things at the hospital, she found an old notebook. As she flipped through the yellowed pages, a photo fell to the floor. It was of Mr. Ricardo, the patient she never managed to save but who never left her mind. Mr. Ricardo was a middle-aged man, owner of a fortune few could imagine. Despite his wealth, he was simple and genuine. Ana vividly remembered the day he was admitted to the hospital. His warm smile and the way he spoke to everyone as if they were longtime friends. He had been diagnosed with a rare terminal illness. The medical team did everything to extend his life, but the battle was relentless. During treatment, Ana spent hours by his side, discussing not only the illness but life itself. Ricardo had a special way of making everyone around him feel valued. He talked about his dreams, his regrets, and above all, his desire to leave a positive legacy. One afternoon, with the sun streaming through the ward windows, Ricardo held Ana's hand and told her something she would never forget. "Doctor, I know my time is ending, but I want you to know that people like you make this world a better place. Your compassion and dedication are a beacon of hope for many, including me." Those words stayed with Ana. She did everything she could, day after day, but Ricardo's illness was unforgiving. In his final moments, he held her hand again, with a serene and grateful look. "Thank you for everything, Ana. You made a difference." Ricardo passed away that night, and Ana felt a deep pain. It wasn't just the loss of a patient, but the loss of someone who had become a friend, a confidant. Even after his death, Ricardo's words echoed in Ana's mind, reminding her of the importance of her work, of the humanity that transcends medicine. Anna remembered every conversation, every smile, and every tear shed beside Ricardo. He wasn't just a patient, but a reflection of the impact human compassion can have on others' lives. And as she tucked the photo into the notebook, she knew Ricardo's memory would live on forever in her heart. Anna's nights had become an uncertain refuge, a space where reality and dreams merged. After losing her job and reliving memories of Ricardo, dreams began to appear. So vivid they seemed more real than waking life itself. On the first night, Anna found herself walking through a lush garden, a place unfamiliar yet imbued with peace. Among the flowers and trees, she spotted a familiar figure seated on a wooden bench. It was Ricardo, looking healthy and serene, with a smile radiating warmth. "Anna," he greeted her, as if he had seen her just yesterday. "I'm glad you came." Approaching him, she felt a mix of surprise and relief. "Ricardo? This can't be real." He chuckled softly. "Dreams have their own way of showing us what we need to see. I have something important to tell you, something I couldn't in life." Before Anna could respond, the dream began to fade, and she woke up, heart pounding. She sat on the bed, trying to make sense of what had happened. Was it just her mind grappling with loss, or was there something deeper? The following night, Ricardo appeared again. This time, they were in an old library with towering shelves full of books. "There's much you don't know, Anna," he said, picking out a specific book and handing it to her. "Read and you will understand." But before she could open the book, she woke up again, with a growing sense of urgency. It was as if Ricardo was trying to convey an important message, something she needed to uncover. Each subsequent dream seemed to follow a similar pattern. Ricardo appeared in different places: a cozy cafe, a beach at dusk, an open field under a starry sky, and always attempted to communicate something before the dream abruptly ended. With each encounter, the feeling that Ricardo was trying to guide her grew stronger. During the day, Anna couldn't stop thinking about the dreams. She searched for signs, clues that might make sense of it all. She began documenting every detail upon waking, hoping to find a pattern or hidden message. Ricardo, always serene, always patient, was showing her that there was more beyond loss, beyond pain. He seemed to know something she couldn't yet see, something that slowly began to reveal itself as crucial to her own journey of healing and redemption. The dreams weren't just a refuge. They were a path, a guide through which Ricardo, somehow, continued to live on and influence her life. And as Anna tried to decipher these dreams, a new spark of hope began to kindle in her heart, signaling that her story with Ricardo was far from over. On the fourth night, the dream came clearer than ever. Anna found herself in a vast ballroom, elegantly decorated as if in a mansion from times past. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling, casting a soft golden light throughout the room. In the center of the ballroom, Ricardo stood waiting for her, with an enigmatic smile. "Anna, I knew you would come," he said, extending his hand. Without hesitation, she approached and took his hand. The sensation was incredibly real, as if he were truly there. "Ricardo, what are you trying to tell me?" Anna asked, urgency in her voice unmistakable. "These dreams, what do they mean?" He led her through the ballroom, gently dancing to the sound of soft music that seemed to emanate from all sides. "There's something you need to find," he said, looking directly into her eyes. "Something I left for you. It's important, Anna. It will change everything." "But what is it? Where can I find it?" she asked, her mind spinning with questions. Ricardo stopped dancing and led her to a large mirror on the wall. "In my office," he replied, his voice tinged with mystery. "There's a drawer I never managed to open. Inside it is the key to what you need to know. Find the drawer and you will find the truth." Anna abruptly woke up, feeling a mix of excitement and confusion. An office with a locked drawer, but how could she find something like that? Ricardo never mentioned anything like this while he was alive. Determined to unravel the mystery, Anna began her search. She visited the hospital, talking to colleagues and old friends of Ricardo, trying to find clues about the office. Her persistence finally led her to an old friend of Ricardo's, a lawyer named Roberto, who mentioned that Ricardo had a private office in his home, a place where he kept his most precious secrets. With Roberto's help, Anna gained access to Ricardo's house. The office was exactly as she had imagined. An elegant room, with shelves full of books and a large mahogany desk in the center. She felt a strange familiarity, as if she had been there before, perhaps in a dream. She searched for the locked drawer and, to her surprise, found it easily. The lock looked old and complex, but next to it was a small golden key, almost imperceptible. With trembling hands, she turned the key, and the drawer opened with a soft click. Inside, she found a sealed envelope with her name written by hand. Anna's heart raced as she opened the envelope and pulled out a letter. It was a message from Ricardo, written in his firm and elegant handwriting. "Anna, if you're reading this, it means you've found what I wanted you to know. I always believed in you and your ability to make a difference. There's a project I started but couldn't finish. I want you to complete it. I trust you to carry forward my legacy. All the details are in the safe behind the bookshelf. The password is the date we first met." Tears streamed down Anna's face as she read. Ricardo was guiding her towards something bigger, something he believed only she could complete. She knew her journey was just beginning, and with Ricardo's help, even in a mystical way, she would find the strength and courage to move forward. With Ricardo's letter in hand, Anna felt a new wave of determination. His words echoed in her mind, bringing her renewed purpose. She knew she needed to uncover what was in the safe and understand what Ricardo had started. The date they met, May 14th, was engraved in her memory as if it were yesterday. Anna returned to Ricardo's office, determined to find the hidden safe. The letter mentioned the bookshelf, and she began to carefully examine it. The books varied in shape and size, but one in particular caught her attention. An old, worn volume that seemed out of place. With a tug, the entire bookshelf moved, revealing a safe embedded in the wall. With trembling hands, she entered the password. The safe clicked open, revealing a folder of documents, a diary, and a small wooden box. She took the items carefully to the table, sitting down to explore the contents. The diary was the first item she opened. Its pages were filled with Ricardo's reflections, his hopes, and dreams. He wrote about his desire to create a foundation to help underserved communities, providing medical care and support to those most in need. "I want this legacy to continue," read one entry, "and I trust that Anna is the right person to carry it forward." Anna felt a lump in her throat. Ricardo had always talked about making a difference, but she had never known how much it meant to him. The responsibility now resting on her shoulders was overwhelming but also inspiring. She continued to read, absorbing every detail of Ricardo's ideas, every carefully outlined plan. Next, she opened the folder of documents. They detailed financial plans, preliminary contracts, and important contacts. Ricardo had everything planned for the launch of the foundation, but his illness had interrupted his efforts. The path was laid out, but it needed someone to see it through to the end. Finally, Anna opened the small wooden box. Inside was a simple ring, with an inscription inside, "For those who serve with love." Anna's tears flowed again. This ring, once worn by Ricardo, now symbolized the mission he wanted her to continue. Over the following weeks, Anna immersed herself in realizing Ricardo's dream. Using the contacts he provided, she assembled a team, sharing the vision and detailed plans for the foundation. Ricardo's passion was contagious, and soon she had allies ready to help turn the vision into reality. The meetings were intense, filled with challenges and unexpected obstacles. With each problem, Anna remembered Ricardo's words and trust, feeling guided by his spirit. She knew she couldn't give up. The foundation was not just a tribute to Ricardo, but a promise of a better future for many. On the official launch day of the foundation, Anna gave an emotional speech, telling everyone about the man who inspired her and the mission they were about to fulfill. As she spoke, she could feel Ricardo's presence, as if he were there, smiling and applauding. The quest for truth had led her to discover not only Ricardo's plans, but also a new passion within herself. Anna found a new purpose, a path illuminated by the legacy of a man who never stopped believing in the power of love and compassion. And so, the journey that began with a dream transformed into a reality promising to change lives forever. Anna found herself surrounded by new and old acquaintances, all united by the desire to honor Ricardo's legacy. But at the same time, these encounters brought forth long-held memories and feelings. On that sunny morning, Anna walked through the community center newly established by the foundation. She watched with satisfaction as volunteer doctors attended to patients, saw the smiles of gratitude on the faces of families, and felt immensely grateful for bringing Ricardo's dream to life. While chatting with a group of volunteers, she heard a familiar voice call her name. She turned and found Carla, a childhood friend with whom she had lost touch over the years. "Anna, is it really you?" Carla said, her eyes shining with emotion. Anna smiled, surprised and happy. "Carla, I can't believe it. It's been so long." The two friends embraced tightly, reminiscing about their youth and the mischief they shared. Carla was now working as a social worker and, upon learning about the project, wanted to volunteer. "When I heard about the foundation, I had to come. I always knew you would do something great." "Anna," Carla said, with a warm smile. These reunions became more frequent. Anna encountered former colleagues, college friends, and even patients she had once treated. Each meeting brought a new wave of support and energy, as if the universe conspired to help her fulfill her mission. One day, during a fundraising event, Anna was checking the preparations when a tall and familiar figure entered the hall. It was Dr. Mendez, her former boss from São Rafael Hospital. He approached with a restrained smile and a look of pride. "Anna, I've heard about your work here and wanted to come personally to congratulate you," he said. "What you're doing is remarkable, and although the circumstances at the hospital were difficult, I always knew you had incredible potential." Dr. Mendez's presence stirred a mix of emotions in Anna. She remembered the pain of dismissal, but also recognized that without that event, she might never have found her true purpose. "Thank you, Dr. Mendez," she replied sincerely. "It's been a challenging journey, but every step has brought me here." In addition to these reunions, Anna also made new connections. She met Eduardo, a local businessman who had been helped by Ricardo years before. "Ricardo gave me an opportunity when no one else believed in me," Eduardo shared. "When I heard about the foundation, I knew I had to give back." Eduardo became one of the foundation's biggest supporters, helping to secure resources and spreading the word about the work they were doing. His generosity and dedication reflected Ricardo's lasting impact on people's lives. Each encounter, each shared story, strengthened the sense of community and Anna's conviction that she was on the right path. The foundation was not just an institution. It was a reflection of the love and compassion that Ricardo had spread in his lifetime. Anna couldn't forget the letter she had found in Ricardo's safe. His words still echoed in her mind, but there was something about it that left her uneasy, as if there was a deeper message to be uncovered. She decided to revisit the letter, determined to unravel any secrets that might have gone unnoticed. On a quiet afternoon, Anna sat in her office surrounded by documents and notes. She carefully picked up Ricardo's letter, feeling the texture of the aged paper beneath her fingers. The reading began in a familiar manner, but this time she searched for something she might have overlooked. "Dear Anna, if you are reading this, it means you have found what I wanted you to know. I have always believed in you and your ability to make a difference. There is a project I started but couldn't finish. I want you to complete it. I trust you to carry on my legacy. All the details are in the safe behind the bookshelf. The password is the date we first met. So far, nothing new." But then, Anna noticed a small ink stain in the corner of the letter. It looked like an accidental blotch, but as she looked closer, she realized there was something written in barely legible handwriting. With some effort, she deciphered the message. "There is more you need to know. Look at the Sunflower House." The Sunflower House? Anna had never heard of such a place before. Intrigued, she began researching, asking Ricardo's friends and colleagues if anyone knew what it referred to. After weeks of investigation, she found a lead with an old nurse who had worked with Ricardo. "The Sunflower House," the nurse said, is a property Ricardo owned in the countryside. He used to go there to reflect and find peace. Anna set off for the property, a beautiful place surrounded by sunflower fields, as the name suggested. The house was modest but exuded a sense of tranquility. Upon entering, she felt Ricardo's presence almost tangibly, as if he were there, guiding her steps. She explored the rooms carefully, noting every detail. In the library, she found a collection of books on philosophy and poetry, reflecting Ricardo's contemplative side. Upstairs, a small office caught her attention. The room was filled with documents and old photographs. That's when she noticed a sealed envelope hidden inside one of the books. She took it with trembling hands and opened it. Inside, there was a letter and a map. The letter, written in Ricardo's firm handwriting, said, "Anna, if you are here, it means you have followed the signs. This place is special to me, a sanctuary where I found clarity. There is something important I need you to discover. The map will lead you to a nearby location, where I buried a secret I have kept for many years. This secret is crucial for the future of the Foundation and for your own path. I trust you will know what to do." Anna looked at the map, feeling a mixture of excitement and anxiety. The indicated location was a clearing in the middle of the sunflower fields. With her heart racing, she followed the map, crossing the field until she reached the clearing. There, she found a small buried chest. Carefully, she unearthed it and opened it. Inside, there was a collection of documents, photographs, and a diary. The documents revealed Ricardo's efforts to create a support network for doctors and vulnerable patients, a project he hadn't been able to finish due to his illness. The photographs showed important moments of his life, including images of patients and communities he had helped. The diary contained Ricardo's profound reflections on life, death, and the impact he wanted to leave on the world. In its final pages, he wrote about his faith in Anna and his conviction that she was the right person to continue his work. With tears in her eyes, Anna realized that Ricardo had guided her here not only to carry on his mission, but to understand the depth of his legacy and the importance of courage and compassion in forging her own path. The revelation in the letter was not just an instruction, but an invitation to discover the true essence of her journey and the strength that had always been within her. With Ricardo's chest of secrets in her hands, Anna felt a profound transformation in her spirit. His words, reflections, and plans were now not just a legacy to be honored, but a personal call to something greater. Anna returned to the Foundation with renewed clarity and unwavering determination to expand Ricardo's vision, bringing hope and support to even more people. The first thing she did was gather her team. They met in the Foundation's conference room, a bright space filled with energy. The faces around her, familiar and new, showed the same dedication and passion that motivated her. Anna began the meeting holding Ricardo's diary, sharing the discoveries and the vision he had left for them. "Friends, I have found something that will change everything," she said, her voice firm yet filled with emotion. Ricardo not only wanted to create this foundation, but he had bigger plans he entrusted to us to fulfill. "Our work here is just the beginning. We need to expand our reach, create a network that can truly transform lives." Eyes in the room gleamed with enthusiasm. Inspired by Anna's words and Ricardo's vision, the team began discussing ideas and strategies to expand the Foundation. It was as if a new flame had been lit, illuminating the path to an even brighter future. Anna decided that their first initiative would be to establish support centers in several underserved communities, starting with those mentioned in Ricardo's writings. Each center would provide medical care, emotional support, and educational programs, creating a network of hope and transformation. During the planning phase, Anna also began working directly with the communities. She visited neighborhoods, talked with local leaders, and listened to the needs and desires of the people. One of these visits took her to a small village on the outskirts of town, where she met Maria, an elderly woman caring for several abandoned children. These children need medical care, education, and above all, hope, Maria said, holding Anna's hands. "Ricardo always spoke about you, about the strength he saw in you. I believe you can make a difference here." Touched by Maria's trust and the responsibility she now felt, Anna promised that the foundation would do everything it could to help. With that promise, the first center was established in the village, offering medical services, educational programs, and psychological support. The opening of the center was an emotional event. The community gathered, and Anna delivered a touching speech, reminding everyone of Ricardo's legacy and the foundation's commitment to continue his work. Today, we take a significant step towards fulfilling Ricardo's dream, she said. This is just the beginning. Together, we can bring hope and change to many lives. As the foundation expanded its reach, Anna felt increasingly connected to Ricardo's purpose and the impact they were making. Through the centers, thousands of people were receiving the help they needed, and Ricardo's message of compassion and solidarity was spreading. One day, during a visit to one of the new centers, Anna met a young mother named Sophia. Sophia was struggling to care for her sick child and felt lost and desperate. Anna sat with her, listened to her story, offered support, and promised assistance. "You are not alone, Sophia," Anna said, holding her hand. "We are here to help. Together, we will find a way through this." From that moment on, Anna realized that her new purpose was not only to continue Ricardo's legacy, but also to be a source of hope and strength for all those she encountered. Every smile, every life touched, reinforced her determination to continue expanding the foundation and bringing Ricardo's vision to every corner of the world. With each step, Anna not only honored Ricardo's memory but also found her own path, illuminated by compassion and a commitment to make a difference. And so, with a clear new purpose and a heart full of hope, Anna moved forward, knowing she was exactly where she needed to be, guided by the inspiration of a man who never stopped believing in the power of love and humanity. The expansion of the foundation brought not only new hopes but also unforeseen challenges. Anna, though filled with determination, soon found herself facing a series of obstacles that would test her courage and resilience. Initially, everything seemed to be going well. The support centers were operational, communities were receiving necessary aid, and Ricardo's legacy was growing each day. However, with rapid expansion came logistical problems. Delayed medical supplies, missing equipment, and difficulties in finding qualified professionals threatened the functioning of the centers. Anna spent sleepless nights reviewing plans, trying to find solutions to every problem that arose. She remembered Ricardo's words, his beliefs in overcoming challenges, and the importance of never giving up, which kept her steadfast. Yet, the pressure was immense, and often she felt on the verge of collapse. One of the biggest challenges came in the form of political opposition. Some local authorities, suspicious of the foundation's intentions or simply opposed to external intervention, began creating bureaucratic obstacles. Permits were delayed, sudden inspections were scheduled, and rumors were spread to undermine the foundation's reputation. One day, Anna received an official notification that one of the newer centers would be temporarily closed due to irregularities. She knew it was a maneuver to pressure her, but it meant hundreds of people would go without care. Indignant, she decided to confront the problem head-on. She met with community leaders, organized peaceful protests, and called upon the media to expose the injustice. Using her communication skills, she told the true story of the foundation, highlighting the benefits they were bringing and Ricardo's inspired vision. Public pressure began to have an effect, and the authorities had no choice but to back down. The center reopened, stronger and more respected than ever. But the challenges were not just external. Internally, the foundation's team began to feel the weight of expectations and relentless work. Some members became demotivated, others questioned Anna's strategies. There were intense debates and even some resignations. Try as she might, Anna couldn't help but feel responsible. She called a meeting with all team members, determined to resolve conflicts and unite everyone again. "I know it's been tough," she began, her voice filled with emotion. "I know each of you is giving your all, and sometimes it feels like we're fighting a losing battle. But we need to remember why we're here. It's not just for Ricardo or the foundation. It's for all the lives we're touching, for the hopes we're renewing." Anna's words resonated with the team. She shared stories of people who had been helped, of children who now had a future thanks to their efforts. Gradually, spirits calmed and collective determination returned. The foundation began implementing moments of rest and psychological support for its staff, recognizing that to help others, they needed to take care of themselves. Another major obstacle arose when promised funding was suddenly canceled. The foundation was in danger of closing some of the newly opened centers. Desperate, Anna started a fundraising campaign using social media, community events, and even crowdfunding campaigns. It was a period of great anxiety, but also of tremendous solidarity. People from all walks of life mobilized, donating what they could, organizing support events, and spreading the foundation's message. When the goal was finally reached, Anna couldn't hold back tears of gratitude. Despite all the challenges and obstacles, Anna learned the importance of resilience, community, and faith in the mission. Each difficulty overcome strengthened her conviction that they were on the right path. She knew many more challenges would come, but also knew that with determination and unity, they could overcome anything. Anna's journey was not just one of challenges and obstacles, but also of profound personal transformation. With each step taken to expand the foundation and honor Ricardo's legacy, she discovered new layers of strength, compassion, and leadership she didn't know she possessed. From the moment she found Ricardo's letter to the days of intense pressure and triumph, Anna faced situations that tested her emotional and physical limits. Each challenge overcome not only strengthened her commitment to the cause but also transformed her as an individual. She learned to listen more, not only to the problems people faced but also to her own feelings and intuitions. Nights of reflection became a regular practice where Anna reviewed not just strategies but also her own motivations and hopes for the future. Anna's leadership evolved from something merely administrative to something deeper and more inspiring. She found herself not only making important decisions but also guiding a diverse team through moments of uncertainty and challenge. She learned to delegate tasks, trust others, and recognize the individual talents around her. Furthermore, the compassion that always characterized her grew even stronger. Each story heard, each person helped, nourished a deeper connection with humanity and a renewed dedication to serving others. She not only provided medical care and practical support, but also a listening ear and an open heart to share in the pain and hope of those she encountered. The responsibility of leading the foundation and expanding its impact was not just a matter of work but a life mission that constantly transformed her. She discovered an inner resilience she didn't know she had, an ability to find solutions even in the most challenging moments. Her confidence in her own abilities grew as she saw the results of the foundation's work. Each new center opened, each life touched, was a tangible reminder that she was on the right path. Moments of doubt were replaced by a renewed conviction that she was fulfilling her purpose meaningfully. But above all, Anna's personal transformation came from her connection to Ricardo's legacy. He wasn't just an inspiring figure from the past but a constant presence in her journey. The trust he placed in her, expressed in his words and actions, strengthened her own sense of purpose and determination. Looking back, Anna realized she was no longer the same person who started this journey. She had been shaped by experience, by the people she met and helped, by the battles won and the challenges overcome. The transformation was not just external but internal, a profound change that prepared her to face whatever the future held. The night fell gently as Anna drifted off to sleep, exhausted after another long day in the remote village where she now devoted her time and medical skills. In the quiet stillness of her humble room, she plunged into a dream that seemed more real than any other. She stood by the edge of a serene lake, where moonlight danced on the calm surface of the water. Beside her stood Ricardo, her dear patient, who now appeared more radiant than ever. His smile was serene, and his eyes conveyed deep peace. "Anna," Ricardo began, his voice gentle like a night breeze, "you have brought so much light into my life, more than you'll ever know. I wanted to thank you for everything." Anna felt a lump in her throat, moved and yet perplexed by the reality of the encounter. "Ricardo, I'm so sorry I couldn't." He gently interrupted, placing his hand over hers. "You have done more than anyone could have. You gave me comfort and hope when I needed it most. And now I see that my time here is over. But I am at peace, Anna, because I know you are carrying on my legacy. Tears streamed down Anna's face as she tried to take in Ricardo's comforting words. "I don't know how to go on without you here." Ricardo smiled again, a smile that radiated understanding and solace. "You are not alone, Anna. You have a generous heart and an inner strength that is truly inspiring. Follow your path with courage, and I will always be with you." Before Anna could say anything more, the surroundings began to slowly fade away. She tried to hold onto Ricardo's hand, but he simply shook his head gently. "It's time to say goodbye, Anna," he said, his voice now distant. "I'll be waiting for you." And with those words, Ricardo slowly drifted away, his form dissolving into the silvery mist of the dream. Anna woke up with a heart full of conflicting emotions, yet also with a sense of peace and renewed purpose. Months had passed since that last dream with Ricardo, but his presence continued to guide every step Anna took. She found a new purpose in her community work, providing essential medical care to underserved populations that had previously been neglected. The village, which had initially resisted Anna's presence, now welcomed her with gratitude. Her commitment and dedication were evident in every consultation, every act of care, and every word of comfort offered. The friendships Anna forged along the way became essential. She discovered unexpected support and a network of solidarity that strengthened her in times of challenge. Each patient she helped, each life she touched, reinforced her conviction that she was on the right path. She often reflected on Ricardo's letter, kept lovingly on her desk. His words continued to inspire her, reminding her of the transformative power of compassion and dedicated care. One sunny afternoon, as she walked through the village's quiet streets, Anna looked around with a serene smile. She felt deep gratitude for everything that had unfolded, for every obstacle overcome, and for every heart she had touched. Her future now seemed bright and full of possibilities. Ricardo's legacy was not just a memory but a driving force propelling her forward, a beacon of hope and an example of how one life can make a difference. And so, with a heart full of peace and a renewed spirit, Anna continued her journey, knowing that wherever her path led, she would carry with her the lessons and love that Ricardo had left her. Click on the videos that are being recommended to you now.